Greetings and welcome to, well, a new Let's Play series of War for the Overworld in the Heart of Gold expansion. Right. So, after they finished the main campaign for War for the Overworld, they set out to create a new campaign of 4 maps. Well, let's just say, I thought it would be more, but then again, you don't necessarily need more, because after all, these maps are a little bit more intimate, so to speak. Since you are focusing on a much smaller area, because in the main campaign, of course, we take on an entire empire and eventually defeat it, whereas here we are going against just one single family. And these maps are quite a bit more detailed. That's not quite the right word, it's just more involved. They're a little bit more complex, that's perhaps a better word. And these are sort of more like challenge maps. Now, while I do say challenge map, I don't necessarily mean more challenging maps, depending on your point of view. But I am really selling this a little bit short, so I'll let Mendicast do the proper introduction.
The Empire was destroyed. But now Festus, the volcanic land of House Magnanimous, stirs and rallies. The Duke of Festus wields the Heart of Gold to summon endless treasure. With this wealth, he could reconstruct the Empire. Worse, rebuild it with golden bricks. The Heart of Gold lies deep beneath Mount Festus. Only the Colossus, a lost golden guardian of this land, can breach the vault. Find me the Colossus, and when Festus is on fire, the Heart of Gold will be yours. You do desire gold, don't you, Kasita?
Yes, indeed. We are no longer green and silent Oberon. We are sultry Kasita, the girl that loves her gold. She ain't ashamed to be a gold digger. But unfortunately for you, I cannot do, or fortunately for you, I can't really do her sultry accent, nor the girly voice. So Kasita will be silent for the most part. Besides, I have no idea what Kasita might say in certain situations. Anyway, let's begin before I completely waste all our time.
Mud. This putrid, steaming quagmire will be the site of our new beginning. The surprisingly clean Mandalf the Maroon resides here, and holds the stone we require to summon the Colossus.
Yeah, they do try to do a little bit more humor in this one. It sort of works. And it sort of falls flat. I mean, Mandalf the Maroon. Really? That's the best you could come up with? I mean, it's a clever joke. To a degree. But even then. I mean, it's a little bit on the nose, I think, for exactly what we're facing here. Anyway, like I said, these maps are not particularly challenging in any real way if you're just focusing on winning level. The challenge, of course, comes in doing all the achievements, which we will not be doing here because I've already got all of them that I want. In fact, there's only one achievement left in the entire game, I think, that I can still unlock through single-player content, aside from the Crucible expansion, which I have tried briefly and is fun for what it is, but I'll I don't really have any real interest in pursuing that for now. And that's to mine, what was it, 1 billion gold? Well, a lot of gold at least. And, well, I've tried, but I haven't quite breached it yet. Not even after playing through the initial campaign again. Anyway, so we have just completed the mission. And of course the conceit of Mandalf the Maroon is that he does indeed what you think he does, and eventually comes back to becoming Maroon. How adorable. Winning the level in 30 minutes. Well, getting this done in 30 minutes rather than winning the level. That's kind of tricky. Because, well, the game will explain. And Mother of Minions, that one is somewhat easy, but you do have to look in a lot of places. And, well, this one will become obvious when we get started. So let's get started.
Welcome to Murkmud, Kasita. Here you shall seize the summoning stone from Mandalf the Maroon and rid this fetid place of his presence. Only once we have the stone can we resurrect the Colossus, and only the Colossus can retrieve the Heart of Gold. Mandalf has cast a goodly charm upon this realm, preventing gateways forming from the underworld. Beast portals will also be ineffective. You must commandeer neutral units to your cause, or build your own sentinels. Devise your dungeon and begin.
Alright, so that's
you have
the
at
challenge.
your command the sentinels, the reanimated troops of the Empire that you once turned to gold. Construct one using the foundry to aid your conquest. You've discovered an artifact.
Right, so we need to conquer this realm without a portal or without a beast den. Quite a feat. And that's pretty much where the challenge comes from, because we do have access to sentinels. Now, sentinels are actually quite good at low levels, because there's very few.
Found a neutral chamber.
There's very
Put him to
few.
work in the foundry to build more sentinels.
Will you shut up while I'm talking? There are quite few goodly heroes that can take on a sentinel at low levels. Up until level 5, approximately, that's pretty much true. Afterwards, the sentinels become a little bit more of a burden than an asset, since they require so much gold to keep repaired, because you can only heal them with gold since they do not eat. And they of course need to be paid, which is kind of a problem, depending on whether or not you have an infinite gold source. I think I do get one here, but I'm not entirely certain. In the meantime, let's just keep looking for gold, because that's what we need. Let's see. I need a foundry, so let's build one.
I am Mandalf the Maroon. Don't come any closer. I got this realm, and I'm stronger than I look.
I doubt he could defeat even an ailing rat. Proceed with utmost prejudice. A construct has been completed. You found a neutral chamber. You'll need to locate Chunders to work in your foundry, Underlord.
I will, Mendicos. Have patience.
Construct complete.
My plans are in motion. You know, once the underminers go off.
You've discovered a siege shrine. Your vaults cannot store any more gold.
Right. Let's set up some food for my minions. Oops.
You claimed a siege shrine.
And replace all the dirt that we've blown away. Now, strictly speaking, of course, that's not necessary for the
A construct has been completed.
for the lair, but I prefer to have at least some semblance of a dungeon that is intact and complete. Yeah, but there's still more brimstone to blow up.
You found a neutral gnarling.
Right, let's get some food going. And while that is going on, let's place down a couple of
Underminer
sentinels.
complete. Sentinels are unlike your other minions. They don't eat, they don't sleep, but their wages will cost an arm and a leg.
Yes, indeed they do. Like I said, they are quite powerful, especially at early levels. Now, part of the reason, of course, why this level isn't particularly challenging is because this is essentially teaching me how to play with the new toys the game has given me. Like
You
the
need a
sentinels.
larger vault.
Right, let's actually get up a vault setup, because otherwise I will never have enough gold available. And let's claim that tile, so I don't have any ugly blank spots. Right, let's keep on digging. Actually, let's see what's over here. Ooh, look at that. A new toy for me. Alright, let's see. Gnarlings. Those guys. Not particularly impressive minions, but they will do. Alright, so I just get my sentinels coming. Now, sentinels are sort of positioned here like traps, but in practice I've found I've never bothered using them in that way.
Sentinel ready. You may click to activate it, or it will activate automatically if an enemy approaches. Sentinels are effective as offensive or defensive troops. They can also traverse lava unscathed.
A very handy feature. But yeah, I don't really bother with
Construct ready.
the troops that way. There is pretty much no point, because by the time... Because the sentinels don't go back to being statues again. So once activated, they won't stay in the place where you put them. Which kind of defeats the purpose of a trap, if it keeps wandering about. I mean, that's almost as useful as the tarantula in Home Alone. But, of course, as troops, they are quite good. Alright, let's set up some food facilities for my minions. And I'll probably want a place for them to train. So that they won't get too bored.
Sentinel complete.
Alright, I'll just wait until all 4 of them are ready. Let's finish this. Now, Mandalf's lab is over here, so that's where we need to get to. We'll get there momentarily. Once I've finished all that. Alright, let's blow this up.
Sentinel complete.
Alright. Just claim all the stuff.
Your vaults are full of gold.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? Right. Looks like everything over here is quite fine. And let's also set up a library.
Replacement Earth
Not that I need
complete.
one, but... Or not that I have any minions that can study in there yet, but it will be useful later on. Right. Plus, I want my artifacts in position
Replacement Earth complete.
when we are ready. Alright, let's get these out.
As a master of all things golden, you possess the guild spell, which consumes gold instead of mana. Use it to repair your sentinels, since they cannot be healed through conventional means. Alternatively, you can drop gold onto them. The guild spell can also gift gold to your units, improving their disposition and reducing the amount they will collect at the next payday. Let's hope your vault is brimming, Underlord. It is payday.
Yeah.
You'll need some cultists to identify these artifacts. If you find yourself low on gold, consider using the blood money spell, which turns captured enemies into mineable golden statues. Or you could always exploit a few of your own unwanted units. Shiny! You found a neutral crackpot.
Yeah, but for instance, take the Panther here. There's a wage of 340.
Replacement
There is a
Earth
level 1
complete.
Golden Sentinel, has a wage of 1500. Yeah, these things chew through gold, it seems. They literally eat gold almost. Well, not literally. But they might as well, considering how much I need to pay to keep them. However, we got a Panther, so I suppose we set up an alchemy lab. That's gold in that. Yeah, you do have to be a little bit aware of that. If you build these replacement earths on tiles where you have gold on the ground, then the gold will be absorbed back into the wall again. I'm not entirely sure what the point of that is, but it's something to be aware of, I guess.
Replacement Earth complete.
Right, any more minions hidden in these walls?
You've discovered a mana shrine.
Yeah, I can't get there, there's bedrock all around. Right, anything over here? Yeah, I can't circumvent all this. And down here is the edge
You
of the
have
map.
insufficient mana to cast that spell.
Alright, let's crack this open.
You've identified an artifact.
Right, let's set up an alchemy lab.
Replacement Earth complete.
And find out
You've
what's
discovered a manufacturing shrine.
some extra minions for me. Alright. What are my sentinels doing? Level 3.
Found a neutral chunder.
That's good. Alright, I think it's time to start moving towards where the enemy is. Now again, my sentinels can just simply walk
You've
across this
claimed a
lava,
manufacturing shrine. You will now produce more defense parts.
but I will want
you
to
can
claim
churn
all
out
this.
more
So
sentinels, if you so desire.
I might desire that. So let's summon all my sentinels.
Yet another sin for you to spend, Underlord.
One other thing to keep in mind, sentinels are quite slow. So you might just want to pick them up and drop them. But that's the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.